What's up guys, Zeo here from the Awesome Nerd Show, opening more Marvel Legends. This time we have the 80th anniversary set of Colossus versus Juggernaut, or a Colossus and Juggernaut 2-pack here that were featured in X-Men number 102 from December 1976, that we can flip around and see the comic issue there with Juggernaut and facing off with Colossus, probably for like the first time and stuff, so it's pretty cool that it's from a comic issue there. But in the set we get the Colossus figure and Juggernaut that are pretty cool. They're two big giant figures and stuff, so it's awesome that we got those. A new updated version of Colossus, and then just kind of like a redo of Juggernaut with additional features and pieces on it and stuff, so that looks pretty dang cool. I'm super excited to check this out, so let's get into it. So here's our Colossus and Juggernaut. Again, you can see next to each other how big and hulking these two figures are, and so obviously Juggernaut's bigger than Colossus, but they're still two big giant figures. We'll go ahead and start with Colossus first. So this is a classic looking Colossus here, so he has his metal skin that we'll talk about in a second, and then I like his red and yellow outfit, so it kind of fits in. So he has the red weird like spandex outfit, so it comes up from the center from his crotch and then fans out to like the shoulder pads up here, and then it has the yellow stripe down the center, as you can see. Has the X-Men logo on his belt there, some like bicycle style short tights there, and then some long red boots here that go up and cover his knees with the yellow tops there and everything, ending with the red bands around his wrist. So here's a look at his face. So he is Russian, so his name's Russian, and I call him Pyotr, but they just changed Peter Rasputin, and so he's gonna, you know, kind of have like the classic Russian facial features and stuff and everything, with the hard chin line and stuff, and then the flat top, of course, with the black hair and everything. But he's all metal and stuff, so he's all a metallic-y silver. But for his head there, it can obviously twist around and nod. He does have the shoulder joint here on the side that can move his arms a little bit. Doesn't move a whole lot though, but then can twist around a little, of course, getting in the way with some of the shoulder pad. Then he does have the bicep twist and the elbow joint, single elbow joint there, and then the wrist that can twist around and flex. He has an ab crunch and waist twist kind of hidden under the belly. The legs that come out about 90 degrees off to the side pretty far, and then back just a little bit. Has the thigh twist and the double knee joint there, you can see right above this knee pad and below it. Then the foot that can flex a little bit and twist side to side. So again, this is just a very classic looking Colossus. There's nothing too special or different about him or anything, but Colossus, as I mentioned, is Peter Rasputin, grew up in Russia and everything, and then develop his powers, which he can convert his body tissue to organic steel, so that's why he, you know, looks the way he does. So it's all this steel material that he can transition whenever he wants, and it turns his whole body to steel, as you can see. And with this, it gives him the powers of superhuman strength, and he's impervious to most things. He can be damaged, you know, like to extreme fires and everything. There's very little that can damage him. And then he has above average human speed, even though, you know, he is all metal. Should kind of make him more robotic and stuff, but he still has the ability to move faster than a normal human. And for accessories, he comes with two fist hands, so if you don't want to have like the what I call claw hand, he's got two fist hands instead. But still pretty cool overall. Again, nothing too special. He's just kind of plain and basic, but I don't really have much to compare him to an older Colossus. I know we have some, but I don't, you know, have it out to compare and stuff. But it just looks like the normal basic Colossus. Nothing too special to me or anything, but still looks pretty cool. But definitely the cooler figure out of these two is this Juggernaut, which looks super dang cool. I may end up calling him Colossus because I usually always do that in my real life, and now I have them two here together, so I may get them mixed up. But Juggernaut here just looks super cool, and his real name is Cain Marco, and he is the stepbrother of Charles Xavier, so him and Professor X are siblings. But again, Juggernaut here in his classic look. We'll talk about his armor and outfit here in just a second, but it just looks super cool. So we have his big giant metal dome head up here. You can see the holes cut out. You can see his face there, so he's got the wide eyes and teeth there, all kind of snarling and smiling and stuff. Looks pretty weird and everything there, but it's always cool with the big dome helmet of the dark red color. The dark red skin here, he has the centerpiece with the lighter red and stripes, and then the dark red the rest all over until his boots down here at the bottom. Then he has these metal bands wrapped around his arms and hands here and stuff as well, kind of give him like brass knucks on his hands there and everything, and it just looks super cool. He's big, giant, hulking, pretty similar to the Build-A-Figure and everything, just a little bit different changes and stuff, but still pretty cool. So we have the head that can obviously nod and twist side to side, so it's kind of good movements there for the head joint and everything. The shoulders do move out to the side and twist around, so pretty nice and limber and stuff, so not too hard to move. Does have the bicep twist there, and of course the bands are on here and do move around, so you just have to kind of push them to get them to hold. Does have the single elbow joint, which is kind of stiff on this side, but it's got the single joint there, and then the wrist that can twist around and flex just a little bit there. He has the ab crunch right there, as you can see, and the waist twist. The legs do come out just a little bit, but of course his muscles are in the way, so can't move too much there. But it does also have the thigh twist. It does twist there right at the ball joint, as it has there. It has a single knee joint, but it still pretty big and doesn't move a whole lot or anything. And then the foot here at the bottom can flex and twist side to side. So big giant hulking figure here. It's big and weighs a lot and stuff, so it's just pretty dang cool. So to explain his outfit some, which I had no clue about this, I just always assumed he was just a big hulking guy with a lot of power and stuff, and he puts the helmet on, that way you learn about, you know, what it does and stuff, and you know, he would just run and charge through things and be a big muscle head. But I actually learned more about him. So he was on like an expedition or something, and he came across the temple of Sidorak, I think is how you say it, and inside he ended up finding a ruby on like this big giant statue of the person Sidorak, and once he touched the ruby crystal and stuff, it gave him the power and the crimson bands of Sidorak, so he pretty much became the embodied next person of Sidorak there, so he kind of got all his powers and stuff. And when he did it, it increased his size, and like a little saying come out saying that he would be the human Juggernaut, leading to his name and everything here and his giant size. And once he became in possession, he got limitless strength and stamina. He's invulnerable and has healing factor, so if there is something that does injure him, he can heal right back. And with that, it makes him immortal as well. And his outfit here is the armor of Sidorak, and so with this armor he can summon it as well, so it kind of just appears out of nowhere because it's like a whole magic thing, and so he just appears in this armor whenever he wants. So if he, you know, needs to fight, all of a sudden he can just summon it and he's in this armor here. And so the armor itself is called the Crimson Cosmos armor, and he has a helmet here that can protect from telepathic attacks, so it kind of prevents, you know, like Xavier and stuff from being able to control him or attack his mind and everything. So that's why he wears that on top. It's a big dorky helmet, but it feeds a purpose and allows him, you know, as he crashes through things, stuff, to kind of protect his head and everything, and it looks super cool on top there. So that leads us to our accessories. So he does come with 2 hands, so if you don't want the 2 fist hands, he has more like opening or gripping hands there. And then he comes with an unhelmeted head. As you can see, it's all damaged stuff, so maybe Colossus damages his helmet and has beat him up and stuff, giving him a black eye. As you can see his eye, which looks cool. It's all red and stuff instead of white. That's cool. They added that feature into it. You can see his red hair and everything kind of fits in with him. And to see his head, you get the damaged helmet as well that just kind of sits on his head, which we'll go ahead and switch that out. So there's the unmasked head there, and then you just take it and kind of place it on, and I feel it works a little better if you like put it on and twist it to get it so it lines up with his face. It then sticks on a little bit more. It just kind of, you know, has ridges and stuff there, so you just have to kind of pop it on and get it to stick. But if you line it up with his face and eye hole and stuff, it fits a lot better and stuff. So there he has been damaged and stuff, like I said, possibly in the fight with Colossus and everything, and so that looks super cool for Juggernaut. So that's it for this Marvel Legends 2-pack of Colossus and Juggernaut for Marvel's 80th anniversary, of course, featured from the cover of X-Men number 102. So again, pretty cool set. Again, I like Juggernaut a lot more than I do the Colossus stuff, but again, they're 2 big, tall, giant figures, and add the box is, you know, super heavy and stuff, especially because of the Juggernaut and everything. So pretty cool set overall. So that's it. So let me know in the comments down below who you think would win out of the fight, or who's your favorite character out of these 2. Let me know in the comments. Leave a thumbs up, and of course don't forget to subscribe to the channel to show me how awesome you are. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you very much, and I'll see you next time.